Hi guys, I'm Steph and thanks for checking out my channel. Today is Friday, so that means we are going to be doing a First Impression Foundation Friday. So today I'm going to be testing out the CoverGirl Vitalist Elixir, and I'm testing out the shade 605 Ivory, which I believe is their lightest shade, and the shade range is only 14 shades, which to me seems kind of on the small side, and I think I'm not even sure if this is going to match me. It doesn't look too bad. I tested it on my hand in the back. I tested it on the back of my hand in store, so we'll see. I mean, this was the lightest shade, so there wasn't really not much I could do if I wanted to try out this foundation. Today I am traveling to Vancouver from Toronto, so I'm not quite sure how the check-in at the end of the day is going to be. I still really want to do a check-in for you guys, but I'm not sure if it's going to be something I'm able to record on my phone or if it's just going to be pictures at the end of the day, and then I'll write my final thoughts in the description box down below. So we'll see how it goes, but let's get into this. So as usual, I have not put any primer on because I don't want that to mess with the wear of the foundation. I have just put on my moisturizer, and I'll be doing half my face with a makeup sponge, the other half with a brush. And before we get into it, I just want to read a little bit about what the foundation is supposed to be. So they say it is a vitamin-infused formula with a special antioxidant vitamin complex. It's a hydrating formula with buildable coverage that glides on smoothly for a flawless look, and it has an SPF of 20. So that all sounds really great. It definitely sounds like it's more, when I hear luminous, I automatically think it's geared for someone with dry skin, and I have oily skin, so not quite sure how that is going to work out, but I am super excited for it. I like the idea that it has an SPF. I think it's great when everyday makeup has SPF in it. Maybe not so much for special occasions, but it's really nice to have that protection on your face. So on Ulta's website, it says the benefits give your skin a luminous glow, it's oil-free, lightweight formula, and minimizes the appearance of oily shine. I don't really understand how something can minimize the appearance of oily shine and give a luminous glow. So I don't know how those work together. That being said, those are the claims on Ulta's site, but on the CoverGirl site it says nothing about minimizing the appearance of oily shine. So I don't really know where they got that idea, but we'll wear it today and see if that is the case, because I can promise you there will be oily shine. So now I'm going to zoom you guys in for the application. Okay, here it is. I don't really know why I felt the need to shake it. Just gonna pump some on the back of my hand. I always get nervous before pumping a new product. Oh my gosh, is there like some sort of, I have to turn it? Yeah. Okay, you have to turn it to pump it. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, so there's two pumps. This is the shade Ivory. I don't think it's going to be too bad of a shade match. Let's see. I think once it's blended in, that's going to work out fine. So I'm just going to dot this all over my face. It feels a little heavy. It definitely smells quite chemically, so that's interesting. So blending this side out with a sponge. Okay, so I definitely see the luminosity coming through. It was very easy to blend out. This still looks quite red, but I feel like it did cover a lot of the redness. I have heard that this foundation does oxidize, so I'm a little nervous about that, but so far, like, I do think the color as it is right now is good. I'll be using my Primark Pal Brush to blend out the remaining foundation on this side. So I think that blended out really nicely with the brush. I honestly don't have a preference between brush and sponge, which is weird because I feel like usually one works better than the other, but for this they seem to both work great. But already this short time it has been on my face, it feels like it's already getting darker. I'm not sure if you can really tell because I have like a bright light shining at me, but in person I can definitely tell it is darkening up. I would say maybe with the brush side, I don't know if it's just the way light's reflecting off of it, but it feels like this side is almost like a bit more matte, whereas this side looks luminous. I'm not really surprised that something with an SPF is luminous, because for me at least, I feel like SPF sunscreen always gives my skin some sort of like shiny oiliness to it. So I don't know if all SPF products are like luminous. I wonder if there's SPF products with matte finishes. Maybe that's something to look into. Anyways, I do like how it's all worn out. It says it's buildable, so we're going to try to build it up in this area here. I don't know, what do you think? I feel like that did nothing to add for the coverage, and it is definitely oxidizing quite dark, so I think I'm going to really have to bring it down my neck, and thank goodness I'm wearing a crew neck sweater today so I don't have too far to go. Okay, I'm going to go put on the rest of my makeup and give you my thoughts, but so far definitely oxidizes, and I don't think it's buildable, but I would say it gives a strong medium coverage. I feel like a lot of my stuff is covered up, but clearly like I do have this coming through, so not full coverage, but definitely a strong medium. I'm back, and I have to say everything went on top of this foundation really well. I didn't have any issues with concealer or powders from the bronzer, blush, or highlight. Everything went on really great. And I noticed before I put like the bronzer on, I was like, wow, my skin looks so good. Like, yes, it still has like its acne, but like the non-acne parts just even looked better. Like, it just looked so nice. Like, it just makes your skin look so nice. That being said, I do think this will be a summer foundation because this is the lightest shade, and already I look so dark. I feel like I look a tad on the ridiculous side with how this oxidized, so that's definitely something to keep in mind if you want to purchase this foundation. It definitely does oxidize and get a shade or two darker even, so think about that when you're purchasing it. And before I washed it off, on the back of my hand it was already oxidizing, so if you haven't, I don't know why I didn't realize this when I was in the store, but if you have an opportunity to check it out in store, try a few shades, let them dry, and then decide what you want to go with, because you want to make sure you're getting the right color, else foundation can look silly and obvious. And just like, that's all I have to say on this. I think it went on really well. I really like it. Again, I would say it is a strong medium coverage. It makes your skin look so beautiful. It definitely oxidizes. I'm nervous to see how it does with the oil control versus luminosity, so I will update you guys somehow, and if I don't get a chance to talk to you again, I hope you are having a great day. Hopefully this isn't bye. In case this is the end, goodbye, and I will insert some pictures now so you can see how it looked at the end of the day.